these effects only on one side. As I scrub, I also pull some of the pigment onto the white areas. This creates a subtle cloud shading effect. I'm going to add a little more cobalt blue to the left side as it has more cloud than I'd like. And I'll mix a little rose with it. I don't want my clouds solid white, rather I want them to be made up of various shades of white. And I don't want to scrub out all of my sky's hard edges. I want some variety and contrast in this wild sky. When I've got the look that I want, I'll lock the colors in with my blow dryer. Using the same colors that I used in the sky, I'll begin painting in my mountain base colors. I'll start with the most distant mountains, and I'll apply the paint just slightly darker in value than the sky. With my brush dipped in water, I'm going to diffuse the edge that runs into the closer mountains. I don't want a hard edge to form here. I'll carefully follow the upper edge while making sure that the lower edge of my painted area does not dry on me. I don't want a hard edge to form. As these colors approach the closer mountains, I'll diffuse their edge with a brush loaded with water. Again, I don't want a hard edge to form here. I want to lose this edge into the closer mountains. Then I'll give it a dry. The next area of mountains are a bit closer to the viewer, so I'll paint them in a bit darker in value. But again, I'll use the same colors that I used in the sky. First, I'll spray the lower portion of the painting with water. Again, I do this so that a hard edge doesn't form down there. I want to gradually lose the bottom edge of the mountains. With a larger flat brush, I'll do the same as the previous set of mountains, carefully following the top edge while making sure that the lower edge does not dry on me. You can see that this is a bit darker in value. Make certain that the previously painted mountains are completely dry. If they're not, you won't be able to get a nice crisp edge on this set of mountains. And I'll spray with water again the area where the mountain colors intersect the trees, again to prevent a hard edge from forming. I try and vary between these two colors so that the mountains do not end up being one solid boring color. This wet-on-wet blending effect is one of watercolor's most amazing attributes. And again, I'll spray off the lower edge. And I'll pick up some of the puddles with a dry brush and a tissue. Then, lock in the colors with my blow dryer. Again, as I get closer to the viewer with these mountains, I'll make them a bit darker than the mountains behind them. So as you can see, same as before, but just a little darker in value. And again, I'll try and vary between these two colors. With my brush loaded with water, I'll diffuse the lower edge. I could have sprayed this also. Then I'll dry it. Now, with some cobalt green and cobalt blue and a flat brush, I'll begin working in the wooded hills that are in front of all of the mountains. I'll give the upper tree line edge a sawtooth pattern. And I'll work off the lower edge with a water-loaded brush. You can see that this edge has dried on me a bit and that a hard edge is formed. This is okay in this case since I'll be covering it with dark colors, but this is the hard edge effect that I've been trying to avoid on these lower edges. After I dry that, I'll pick up some more cobalt green and blue for the next wooded hill. Same process, but a little darker. As the hill merges with the rock of the mountain, I'll blend in some cobalt blue in rows.